Hey guys, I hope you had a really great day and have gotten all of your NTI work done. Tonight we're going to read a little bit more about our friend Runaway Ralph. And remember, yesterday he saw Garth outside and thought he might be going to come in and kind of hang out with him a little bit, but then he just kind of went and sat on the tire swing and he was singing to himself. Well, there's Skippy. Sorry about that. He's just circling around this afternoon. So, alrighty. So yeah, he was sitting in one of the tire swings at the park. Before long, Karen, remember Karen was the one with the itchy skin and the watch? Her left arm covered with white lotion came running into the craft shop with her two friends. My watch, she cried, sending Ralph scuttling into the corner. I like that word scuttling because it's like really fast, that kind of thing. It's gone. Somebody must have taken it, said one of the girls, an older girl who was wearing her polished English riding boots. I bet it was Garth Jernigan, said the second friend. It's not very nice to think it was him. I bet it was, said the girl in the riding boots. I saw him leave the dining hall early. She brushed dust from the toe of her boot. Girls who owned English riding boots were very proud of them and shined them often. Karen tried to be fair. We don't know it was Garth. We didn't see him come in here. The girls crowded out through the screen door to meet Miss Aunt Jill, who had paused on her way to the shop to talk to someone. Aunt Jill, Karen's watch is gone. Aunt Jill, we have a mystery, cried Lana, who had tagged after the older girls in her dirty cowboy boots. She liked the dirt on her boots, which means she's a newcomer to camp. Everyone wanted to hear about the missing watch. Campers crowded around Aunt Jill and the three girls. Through the open window, Ralph could hear snatches, it's like a word for parts, of the conversation. Aunt Jill, I'm sure I left it on the shelf beside the mouse cage. I'm positive. I looked every place. I saw Garth. It was my birthday present. Search the lodges. He sneaks out of the dining hall. Hasn't even been excused from the table. Now, girls, that was Aunt Jill. I don't care, he acts funny. That cat has really fixed things now, thought Ralph, as the campers gathered on the benches at the old school desks under the walnut trees. One of the counselors led the singing, and then Aunt Jill stepped up on the platform. Platform's kind of like a stage. Campers, I have some very unhappy news, she said. Karen's watch is missing from the craft shop where she laid it on a shelf. It was not an expensive watch, but it was very special to her as it was a birthday present. She would like very much to have it back. Here Karen nodded her head vigorously. Aunt Jill went on. We are not going to search the lodges as someone suggested. We're going to let the person who took the watch return it because it's the right thing to do. Except Katso took it, so how's they going to get it back? A lot Katso cares about doing the right thing, thought Ralph. He's thinking like me. He heard Garth was sitting on the bench say angrily to the boy in front of him, What are you looking at me for? Aunt Jill continued, No one needs to know who took the watch. It can be returned to the shelf in the craft shop when no one's looking, or to my desk in the office. We're not interested in who took the watch. We just want to get it back to Karen because it's the right thing to do. After Aunt Jill's speech, the campers began to sing You Are My Sunshine. Garth slipped away from the rest of the campers and, as Aunt Jill had suggested, sat down by himself behind the bamboo. This afternoon was the first time Ralph had ever seen him go there. They sang You Make Me Happy as part of the song. They haven't made Garth happy, thought Ralph, wishing that Garth was sitting on the other side of the bamboo near the craft shop, where that he might find the watch by accident. Remember the cat dropped it over there? That boy is really in trouble, remarked Chum. Ralph turned in surprise. I thought you were asleep under your cedar shavings, he said. That's what I make 'em think, he replied. I don't miss a thing. What's your opinion of the case? Asked Ralph, who knew the right words to use in a situation from watching so many televisions at the Mountain View Inn. I think that boy's in a tight spot, said Chum. Everybody knows he used to come in here in the craft shop when no one was here. They know, here he is sitting out there by the bamboo. You see him. They know he's the first person to leave the dining hall, so naturally everyone thinks he took the watch. He obviously can't return the watch because he doesn't know where it is. Skippy's trying to get my pens. So, of course, everyone will think he's keeping it. That's the way I figured it, agreed Ralph. And I can tell you one thing, continued Chum. He's not going to come near the craft shop until that watch is found. But what about me? Squeaked Ralph in dismay, thinking of the sign above his cage. Nobody else feeds me, I'll starve. I'll toss you an alfalfa pellet once in a while, said Chum generously. My aim isn't very good, but I should be able to get one or two in your cage every now and then. That would be enough to keep you going." "Going where?" wondered Ralph. "No place. What was to become of him when the summer ended and all the campers went home? Would Garth take him, or would everyone forget him and leave him to starve? He did not want to spend the rest of his life in a cage, and he certainly did not want to be kept alive on a few cast-off alfalfa pellets, only to starve at the end of summer. There was just one answer. Ralph had to escape. The campers finished a rousing chorus of "You Are My Sunshine," when Ralph's sharp ears caught a sound that had him on his feet in an instant. It was the sound a boy uses to make a toy motorcycle go. It was made softly, as if it was a boy alone in his thoughts. Garth had found Ralph's motorcycle. "Hey!" squeaked Ralph at the top of his small voice. "That's my motorcycle." Garth stopped pushing the motorcycle across the bamboo leaves just long enough to make Ralph think he might have hurt him. Then, to Ralph's disappointment, he put the motorcycle in the pocket of his jeans and went towards his lodge for the rest period required of the campers. Ralph was so excited he left the bars of his cage and went for a run on his wheel. Garth spoke his language. He knew how to make a motorcycle go. There was hope after all. All Ralph had to do was explain to Garth. As Ralph thought the matter over, his exercise wheel moved slowly and slowly until it came to a stop, and Ralph sat back on his haunches. That's kind of like how mice sit back on their back legs. His plan would not work. Until Garth was cleared of the watch theft, he was not going to risk coming into the craft shop. Ralph had to agree that Chum was right. Goodness gracious. All right, chapter 7 is called The Escape. We'll pick that one up tomorrow. You guys have a great evening, and I'll see you at virtual morning meeting. Love you guys.